Trey Johnson grew up in Tampa playing football for Steinbrenner High School and now has made it to the NFL and wants to give back to the community that supported him. Trey obviously joins me now. Hello. Happy 4th of July. We're a day early.
Yeah, happy 4th of July to you too.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in today. How you doing?
No problem. I'm doing good, man. It's just a beautiful day. 6 feet above is always 6 feet below.
You know what? I like you a lot. And we were actually chatting too before you started because you come from the land where they just had a snowstorm. You're playing for the Broncos these days.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it was a snowstorm like a few weeks before I came down here. It was really bad. Like I was telling you how I woke up and there was snow like all over my car. I didn't really even know how to handle it. So I just ended up having to drive to the campus on faith, you know, but I got there safely. So I was definitely happy about that and definitely happy to be back in Florida in the Sunshine State, you know, where it's hot, you go outside and you're sweating, you know, so I'm happy to be here.
You get the best of both worlds. Well, let's talk a little Broncos first here, okay? Of course, you've got a tough division, but it seems like, I don't want to still say you're in the rebuilding phases, but it seems like they're putting a lot of focus on the secondary, which is nice for you.
Yeah, it's definitely what we have from what I've seen in mini camp and what we're about to go into in training camp. Our team is looking amazing, you know. Our offense is really hitting on all cylinders, and the way our defense is set up, you know, we got a whole new coaching staff, and the defense that they're implementing, you know, the scheme is something that's kind of untouchable. I feel like, you know, the way that the disguises play into each other and how each level works with each other is something that's really dynamic and also easy to understand, you know. So I'm happy to be there, and I'm just kind of happy to put my imprint on it and kind of hope for the best.
Well, we of course wish you were, you know, talking about the Buccaneers and were with us, but of course we will root for you from afar. But you have not forgotten where you are from, and actually are getting ready for a big event that you're hosting. Explain how you're giving back.
Right now is the July 13th. I'm having a football camp at Cascade Park, which is right in Ybor, and you know, that's just something that I've kind of always wanted to do. You know, especially, you know, growing up in Tampa, I went to a lot of camps. You know, I went to the Mike Allstott camp when I was younger, you know, the Mark Carrier camp, you know. So those are things that NFL players always did for me. And, you know, once I kind of made it to the NFL, that was something that I've kind of talked to my team about and, like, saying, like, I want to make sure that I give back to the community because, you know, my purpose is to use this platform and make positive influences on the next generation, not just to be here and just think about myself. You know, that would be selfish. It's definitely about giving back and making the generations behind you better so that another kid can come up and then get in my shoes and then give back again. And it's just like a cycle, you know.
Well, let's go back. What do you remember about those camps and working with those NFL players? I'm assuming looking at them as like a role model in a way. What do you remember most about those times that you want to be able to instill with youth today?
I think for me, it was just kind of like I made a lot of my friends there. You know, I met a lot of new people there, and then kind of seeing the NFL players be humble. You know, kind of seeing them like in their natural habitat. You know, you're so used to seeing them in shoulder pads and being this like vicious kind of people.
On Sundays,
yeah, you know, and then you meet them in person and they're really nice people and they're telling you know that they were in your shoes, and it kind of gave me hope because I was seeing them as okay, they were me when I was younger, you know, so I can be them when I get older. So it's just kind of seeing that and just being able to implement that into a kid's mind, you know, because all the kids need is just a little seed, and then if they keep watering that seed, you know, it'll flourish into something a lot bigger than what they could even imagine.
Well, let's talk to the nitty-gritty. You've already extended camp openings because it's already filled out once, but you're going to have a few more spots left. Let's talk ages and nitty-gritty so we can make sure that there's a lot of youth out there, which obviously you've already been able to do.
When I originally opened it up, it was only for 200 spots. We kind of filled that up quickly, so thanks to you guys, thanks to all the people, you know, sharing, reposting it. And I think I'm going to open it up again. The ages are from 5 to 14. So I'll probably open it up tomorrow or the next day and just kind of talk to my team about when we're doing that. You know, open up a few more spots, get a few more people out there. We're going to have a great day. It's going to be a lot of different drills we're doing. You know, we're going to do some combine things. We're going to do some actual position drills. And then, you know, at the end, we're going to have, you know, just a kind of little fun game like Ultimate Football or some one-on-one 7-on-7s. And then we're going to end it with a lunch. You know, we got Zaxby's and McDonald's coming out to kind of sponsor that, you know, so it's going to be free food. So if you don't have to, we're going to tire out your kids for you, then we're going to feed them. All you got to do is take them home and put them to sleep.
That is a great idea. Thank you so much for giving back. Good luck to you. We're going to be cheering for you. Okay,
Thank you.
Trey?
I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, too.